Hey guys, it's me, Delta One, here with AirSofttalk, and I was actually kind of happy. I just kind of made that video yesterday. I saw that I made some comments that people disagreed with me, but I do actually they do bring up valid points. And basically, didn't mention LCT just because it's not over here in the States, and if it is, it's expensive and it's extremely hard to find. For me it is. You know, prove me wrong. But yeah, anyways, today I'm going to be making a video on the best airsoft AKs to buy. I made a video about this almost 2 years ago, but I'll let go back and redo it. I'm going to start off with CYMA. CYMA makes some, and D-Boys. They make some of the best China AKs on the market. JG's just basically the same thing. So if you were to get an all-metal one, you can count JG out, and D-Boys and them are pretty good. Now you may be wondering, why am I saying D-Boys? Well, D-Boys is really customizable. One of the things that I've been, been messing with is that it's really easy to take real Romanian wood kits and put them onto the D-Boys without serious modifications. And they're now making them out of steel and all that, but internally, not as good as the SEMA. Now I'm not saying the internals of these are like super fantastic, holy crap, blah, 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 awesome. No, what I'm getting at is that affordable and metal components. D-Boys would probably be the lowest on the list that I would go to buy. Next, for a Chinese clone, I actually would say SEMA I'd probably buy SEMA over almost most AKs on the market due to the fact that you can't get many really good AKs that come internally and externally. And some of you guys that have really nice AKs may be wondering, why would you say that? Blah, 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 blah. Well, if I'm going to spend that much money, I'm going to do some upgrading as well. I don't want to spend all my money on a gun and then upgrade slowly. I'm a person that likes to get all done at once, because then it just sits there and it's a project and your gun isn't awesome and then it takes forever for your gun to get reputation. That's just me. That's how I play. But I have a buddy of mine bought a SEMA 36A. It's a full-size 74. I mean, this thing is wicked awesome. I liked it. It was shooting like 500 out of the box, so we made it a sniper rifle. We put a 650 SRC tight bore, had it laying around, Systema energy bucking, and a Polar Star hop-up nub, which is fantastic. I recommend those to anybody. And shooting like retarded amount of, like, we're getting, like, he's getting confirmed hits 290 feet with no problem. I was just like I was like, wow. So then I just put in some spare parts I found, put an SRC piston, Gen 3 piston in it, a G&G ported piston head, and just left everything else stock and reshimmed. Overall, SEMA makes some really high quality AKs for the money. Now, I'm not saying they're the best of the best, but I personally like using theirs, but that's just me. Now, your next step up is G&G. Don't buy their AKs, please don't. Now, some of you may be like, well, I have a G&G AK, something in my eye. I don't like their bodies. They're magnesium, for one. They feel cheap. They just don't feel like an AK. They don't feel like it should be. I mean, if you get it for free, by all means. It's a great gun for free. But is it worth the money? No, it is not. So I kind of would just tell you, don't put G&G on your list. Unless it's something that they're the only people who make. Then that's fine. Next up would be, I'm going to mention it, Classic Army. They've just got really nice externals, very nice externals. Internally, they used to be good, now they just stink. Man, there's something really in my eye. Then I would have to say SRC. Now, SRC has come a long way. The only AKs I would really recommend be their Gen 3 models. Externally, they're not the most fantastic thing in the world. They do have some pretty nice wood quality, though. But if you're going for more of an internal, like, someone like me, you're going to go for internals, go SRC, just because you don't have to do much upgrading to them. In my opinion, guys, that you don't have to do that much upgrading. Plus, they're pretty nice. My RPK has a kind of like a built-in Polar Star hop-up nub, like built into the hop-up unit, so it's pretty accurate, but I found that quite irritating because I can't put in different types of hop-up unless I either A, shave it off, or buy an extra hop-up unit, which is kind of lame. But that's why the TSD or SRC RPKs are so accurate, because they have a little curve on the hop-up nub, your built-in hop-up nub. Now, if you're going for high-quality and super high-quality bodies, LCT definitely takes the cake, in my opinion, for a high-quality body. Very nice. It's no real sword, but they're very nice. The only thing I don't like about LCT now, I've only messed with their LCT AK pistol, is that when you put the magazine in the receiver, on a standard AK, you have a lip right here. Like, so you can't put the AK mag too far. On the LCT I messed with, there was no lip right here. So you could just put in, literally, here's my fingernail, the clip of the mag that locks in. You could accidentally, go in too far, and you would hit the lip of the mag right about here on your magazine. So it was kind of a little bit of a challenge to reload sometimes. I don't know if that's on all LCT AKs. Calm down. Now, LCT AKs are quite expensive. I don't feel like paying that much money for one. That's just me, but they're really high quality. Would do a lot of internal upgrading, but that's just me. Now, real sword. Now, finally, people are like, yes, real sword. You mentioned real sword. Oh, yes. Real sword has the most high-quality externals you're going to find. If you're going for externals, be my guest. Go get a real sword. Now, one of the things I don't like about real sword that really grinds my gears is that they're proprietary in every single way in terms of internals. Almost 100% proprietary. Almost. Doesn't mean everything, guys. I said almost. Just letting you know I said that so I can just illustrate myself as clearly as possible. I have a friend that has a real sword. Upgraded it, but he had to do some serious modifications, and Rusty74, whatever his name is, you know who I am. And, yeah, I know who you are, and people should know who he is. If you don't, go check out his channel. Link is in the description. He's got one, and he loves his thing to death. So I'm just not a fan of real sword, because if I can't use my standard upgrade parts, such as a motor, by the way, it's way too much high torque unless you're doing semi-auto. I don't want to say I'm going to recommend real sword, but if you're going for a super high quality body, go for real sword. And for realism. DFC, they're nice and all, but I don't know if they discontinued all their AKs or not, but they just got harder to get. I messed with them. I like them. They're not bad internally, but they're not like holy crap externally. They're really nice externals, but not like real sword. So out of all those are your choices basically. If you're going for the best externals and compatibility, I'm gonna have to say VSC. If you're going for pretty nice externals, the best externals, real sword. If you're going to get something that's semi-upgradable and has a very nice body, I guess LCT. If you're going for upgrades and strictly performance and compatibility, I'm going to say SRC or a Classic Army. If you're going for overall upgradability, decent body, and you want to upgrade something and you're kind of like on a budget, you only want to spend $400, but you want to have all the upgrades you need to make your gun good, I'm going to have to say just go get a SEMA, because you can buy a drop-in gearbox for the SEMAs, the SRC ones, the Gen 3s. Drop that in there, have a motor, and you're good to go. But overall, if you have to get the best, I guess VSC would be your best option, because it is upgradable and compatible and has a decent body. Now, I'm not picking one over all of them. AKs are one of those markets where it's either you get what you want or you don't. Or you have to pay a lot to get it. Now, people, you know I hate M4s with passion. So you're like, well, this is why M4s are better. And I was like, I don't care. I have a version 3 gearbox that won't lock up in 30-degree weather. So you can have fun with that. But, guys, that's really your options. Just thought I'd explain that one to you. I hope you like this video. I'm going to do one on a saws, the best saws. Like that, comment. But thanks for watching, guys.